I was doing diamonds so people knew I knew diamonds. When I was in New York one time, I got the word to say, hey, listen, we got an insurance job for you. A guy wants to get his store robbed. You know, you'll get the diamonds and he gets the insurance money. When I was approached to do a setup robbery in Florida, in my hometown, it kind of put me at ease because I knew a lot of the back end of the robbery before it even started. I knew the camera system was off. I knew where the diamonds were, and I knew there would be only one person in the store. And those are very important things. And I still case the store. When I say case the store, you have to case the store to the T. Know when the mailman comes, who's in the back, when the trash man comes. Everything's thought out. Understanding what to do during a robbery comes from being in the streets of New York, from robbing, grocery stores to robbing trucks. You have to plan things. I was always a professional criminal. The day I did the robbery, I ended up putting my car in the back of the jewelry store because I'm gonna go out the back. And I had a black BB gun, but the gun looked exactly like a real gun. I had hair back then. I would change the parting of my hair. You'd put certain glasses on. I'd wear a mustache for that robbery. All of this is going through your mind. Then your next thought pattern is, oh my God, when I go in here, you can't touch a thing until you put your gloves on. When you first do a robbery, and I don't care if it's a setup or not, your adrenaline is pumping like you wouldn't believe. It's that adrenaline that keeps you focused. I walked around the front nonchalantly, and I walked into the jewelry store. I walked right up to the counter, and I pulled a gun. This is a robbery! Get down! Get down! After I pointed the gun and she backed up towards the counter, I jumped the counter very quickly, put her on the floor, and I had what they call flex cuffs. I put them behind her back, zip tied her hands, and put her around her legs, zip tied her feet, and she can't move. I knew where to get the diamonds, I knew what to do, put everything in a pillowcase, got in the car, and drove out. And that was it.
He calls me up about 6 months after he does the first store about another store. I says, when are we gonna do it? He says, next week we'll be leaving. I flew to Florida, met my brother.
I had Tommy, who was my right-hand man, rent a car because I didn't want to rent a car in my own name. He'd have to put me on as the second driver on that car, so if anything happened, everything was normal.
We rented a hotel room and we spent a couple of days there, and we took turns casing the store. All the stores we ever did were in a strip mall, so it was easy to case. I would go at 6 in the morning, park in the back corner of the strip mall, and you sit there drinking a cup of coffee, and you just keep your eye on the store. After we find the right store, we would go in dressed in nice clothes, jewelry, telling the owner of the store we wanted to upgrade our wife's engagement ring. Now the guy thinks you're in the market to buy a diamond. And we tell him, yeah, we're gonna shop around, we'll be back. And then we'd watch the store, watch the store, watch the store. Because when we went in the store, we never wanted a surprise. And then we'd make a decision and we'd go. And me and him would dress to the T and put our zip ties on us, put our fake guns on us. Walk in the store and the guy was like, happiest man in the world, thought he was gonna make a sale. Thought we were coming back to buy this 2-carat diamond. My brother would go speak to the guy, and as soon as the other employee came out, it was over.
In his time, they would have the surveillance hooked up to a VCR. When he did some of his jobs, he would literally go into the back and pull out a VCR tape.
And all you had to do was take that tape and throw it in the jewelry bag, and you weren't on camera no more. 10 minutes later, we were walking out of the store with $1 million worth of jewelry.
He ended up coming on. He ended up robbing with me for years, and we become pretty well known as the robbery kings.
We're doing stores up and down the East Coast. Never left a fingerprint in any store. Never got caught. We were killing it, and we couldn't be stopped.